In the depths of nature lies a mysterious world. In these realms, it's possible to encounter the most astonishing and masterful adaptations of the animal kingdom. Amidst the silence of the forest, the cunning shadows of foxes roam. They are graceful and intelligent beings playing their magnificent roles in nature's story. Leaving behind tiny footprints, foxes are the skilled actors of the wilderness. Known for their intelligence and cunning, these animals have been admired and sometimes feared by humans over the years. However, the role of foxes on Earth is not limited to this, they are also a vital part of the ecosystem's balance. The evolution and history of foxes hold significant places in natural history. Spanning from prehistoric times to the present, foxes' adaptations and lifestyles have undergone significant changes. Foxes belong to the canid family, which comprises many different species. Among these species are various subspecies such as the red fox, gray fox, Arctic fox, and fennec fox. Prehistoric records indicate that the lineage of foxes dates back approximately 50 million years. Fossil records show that fox ancestors inhabited various regions of North America and Eurasia. The evolution of foxes includes adapting to various climate changes and environmental conditions. They are predatory hunters and have adapted over time to changes in hunting techniques and habitats. For instance, while some fox species prefer forested areas, others have chosen to live in deserts or polar regions. Their interactions with humans have also played a significant role in fox history. Throughout history, they have been subjected to the effects of human activities such as hunting, fur trade, and habitat loss. However, in some cultures, foxes have attained mythological and cultural significance, frequently appearing in stories and legends. Their physical features and anatomies have evolved specifically for hunting abilities and adapting to various habitats. Foxes typically have slender and elongated bodies, granting them the ability to move swiftly and agilely. Their tails, often covered in dense fur, aid in temperature regulation and serve as a communication tool. Foxes' heads are generally long and pointed, with elongated noses that enhance their sense of smell, aiding them in finding prey. Their eyes are usually large and forward-facing, suited for their agile hunter nature. Additionally, foxes have large, conical ears, which enhance their hearing abilities and help them detect prey. The fur of foxes is typically thick and dense. These fur coats help foxes regulate their body temperature and also play an important role in camouflage. Their colors often vary, and foxes can have different color variations to adapt to their environment. Their legs are long and powerful, enabling them to run and leap quickly. Their feet are usually equipped with claws, aiding them in grasping their prey and digging. Especially the claws on their front legs are adapted for capturing prey or digging holes in the ground. The teeth of foxes are specialized for capturing and tearing apart prey as carnivores. Their incisors and canine teeth assist in tearing and shredding meat, while their molars are generally for chewing and grinding meat. Additionally, gaps between their teeth allow them to effectively shred meat. All these physical features and anatomical adaptations enable foxes to be successful hunters and also help them adapt to their environment. These characteristics facilitate foxes in avoiding natural enemies, hunting, and reproducing, thereby contributing to the delicate balance of nature. There are approximately 26 known species of foxes worldwide. However, this number may change over time as scientists continue to discover new species, and classifications of some species may be revised over time. The lifespan of foxes varies depending on their species, habitat, and natural conditions. Generally, the natural lifespan of foxes ranges from 3 to 6 years on average. However, some fox species may have a shorter lifespan due to natural predators, hunting, or diseases. On the other hand, well-protected or captive foxes may have a longer lifespan. For example, foxes under care have been observed to live up to 10 years. The ecology and habitats of foxes reflect the adaptive capabilities of various fox species to different environmental conditions. Foxes can generally be found in a wide variety of habitats, and their adaptations allow them to successfully cope with this diversity. Deserts are known for their harsh conditions, yet they are also interesting habitats where various species showcase survival strategies. Foxes living in deserts have developed various adaptations to cope with this challenging environment. Species in this region typically have fur in shades of light brown or yellow, providing camouflage in the desert environment. Additionally, their ears are often large and pointed, enhancing their hearing abilities and aiding in detecting prey. Their slender and long legs support swift running and navigating through desert sands. Since deserts are generally water-scarce areas, foxes living in these environments must conserve water. Some fox species obtain water from the food they eat or store it in their bodies. Moreover, to prevent water loss, desert-dwelling foxes may prefer to hunt at night when the body's cooling mechanisms are more efficient. Desert-dwelling foxes typically feed on small animals such as small mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects, which can also fulfill their water requirements. Foxes are known as cunning hunters, often finding their prey hidden in nests or under rocks. Additionally, the fur of foxes reflects sunlight, preventing their bodies from overheating. They usually build their dens in sandy or rocky areas in the desert. These dens are designed to retain warmth and protect their offspring. During the breeding season, females often raise and care for their young in the dens. Foxes living in polar regions, such as the Arctic and Antarctic, have developed unique adaptations to survive extreme cold conditions. Arctic foxes inhabit cold regions near the Arctic Circle. Their white or gray fur provides excellent camouflage against the surrounding snow during the winter months. The density and thickness of their fur help retain body heat and protect them from harsh cold weather. They primarily feed on rodents, birds, fish, and other small animals. Antarctic foxes, also known as Antarctic foxes, typically have fur colors in shades of gray or brown, providing camouflage in rocky and snowy environments. Additionally, they have thick skin covered with a layer of oily substance to adapt to cold water. Foxes in polar regions have developed various behavioral adaptations to cope with cold weather, such as huddling together for warmth and traveling long distances to find food, relying on their keen sense of smell to track prey. Arctic foxes often build dens under the snow. Females usually give birth to 4 to 10 pups and keep them warm under their fur. Antarctic foxes typically build dens in rock crevices or underground tunnels, tightly huddling to protect and warm their offspring. Foxes living in forests have developed unique survival strategies in the mysterious and dense life of the forest. They are usually found in wooded, shrubby, and bushy areas. These regions provide suitable hiding spots for foxes to conceal themselves and hunt. Additionally, the various prey found in forests meet the dietary needs of foxes. Foxes living in forests typically feed on small mammals, birds, reptiles, and insects. These prey items allow foxes to demonstrate their agility and hunting skills. Forests provide an environment suitable for foxes to track their prey and hide. Their fur colors are usually chosen to blend with the forest floor. Shades of brown, gray, or yellow fur help foxes camouflage themselves in the forest environment and execute their hunting strategies discreetly. Foxes living in forests usually make their dens underground or among tree roots. Females often raise their young in these dens. During the breeding season, it is important for foxes to find suitable locations in the depths of the forest for mating and cub care. Some fox species live in social groups in forests, while others prefer a more solitary lifestyle. However, foxes living in forests generally exhibit territorial behavior to defend their hunting grounds and boundaries. Many fox species are nocturnal hunters in forests. This allows them to track their prey and avoid predators. During the day, they typically rest and hide. Among the most well-known fox species is the red fox. The red fox is widely distributed across a large geographical area including Eurasia, North America, and North Africa, making it one of the most recognized fox species. They inhabit various regions from wooded areas to meadows, mountains to rural areas. They stand out with their orange and red fur, white chests, and belly areas. Known as flexible and cunning hunters, they use their exceptional sense of smell to find prey. They can hunt both day and night and feed on rodents, birds, fruits, and various other prey. Red foxes live in close proximity to humans and can adapt successfully to both natural and urban environments. Among fox species, there can be significant variations in size and weight. For example, while the red fox species typically weighs between 4 to 8 kilograms for males, females may be lighter. Other fox species may also show similar variations. For instance, the Arctic fox may be slightly larger than the red fox, with males averaging between 14 to 20 kilograms, while females may be slightly lighter. However, generally, the average weight of foxes can range from 3 to 20 kilograms depending on the species and gender. Foxes have developed various interesting hunting abilities to evade their natural predators and to feed. These abilities turn foxes into skilled predators dominating their surroundings. Perhaps one of the most remarkable features of foxes is their extraordinary sense of smell. Their noses are sensitive enough to detect prey from a distance. By tracking the scent of their prey, they can often locate hidden prey. Especially nocturnal foxes utilize this keen sense of smell to track their prey throughout the night. They can be incredibly silent and cunning when approaching their prey to catch them. They lighten their steps and minimize their movements as they approach their prey, thus surprising them and seizing them with a sudden attack. Using this silence and cunning, they often catch their prey at unexpected moments. Additionally, the physical abilities of foxes also make them effective hunters. Their ability to move quickly and agilely allows them to gain an advantage when chasing or fleeing from their prey. Their strong claws and sharp teeth help them in catching and tearing apart their prey. Foxes can also develop tactics to deceive their prey. Behaviors such as mimicry, playing games, or distracting the prey's attention make it easier for them to capture their prey. These clever tactics enhance foxes' hunting success, making them one of nature's most talented predators. Rodents are among the most common prey of foxes. Mice, rats, rabbits, and squirrels provide a tasty feast for foxes. These small mammals top the hunting list for foxes. Foxes usually find their prey by tracking rodent burrows or scanning for them. Birds are also frequent targets for foxes. Especially ground nesting or low-perched bird species can be the target of foxes. Foxes, as silent and cunning hunters, can successfully hunt birds as well. Insects hold an important place on the fox's menu. Especially nocturnal foxes use their incredibly sensitive sense of smell to detect insects. Bees, grasshoppers, cockroaches, and other insect species make up the prey for foxes. All of these prey, combined with the agility, sense of smell, and hunting strategies of foxes, ensure their reputation as successful predators in nature. The hunting habits of foxes are part of a complex balance that is part of the ecosystems they inhabit. Foxes are generally solitary animals, but in some cases, they may exhibit certain social structures and forms of communication. Most fox species usually live and hunt alone. This allows them to find food, build dens, and carry out other daily activities on their own. Foxes are typically solitary hunters. In some cases, social bonds can be formed among foxes. Short-term social interactions can be observed, especially within family groups or during the mating season. Additionally, strong bonds can develop between mothers and their young in some fox species. These animals can use various sounds, body language, and scents to communicate. Vocal communication can be used among young foxes or during hunting. Body language can be used to convey threats or behavioral signals. Scents are used for various purposes among foxes, including identifying individuals, detecting predators, and establishing social relationships. Foxes are known for their mating and breeding behaviors. The mating season usually occurs in the winter, between autumn and spring. During this period, they become more active for reproductive purposes. During the mating season, they exhibit mating behaviors through scent and vocal communication to find mates and engage in mating rituals. Especially male foxes use their scents and calls to attract females. Competition among males and selective behavior among females can be observed during this period. Foxes can also display behaviors considered mating rituals to promote mating behavior and strengthen bonds between mates. The gestation period of foxes usually lasts about 50 to 60 days. Females typically prepare a den before giving birth. The cubs are usually born in spring and cared for by their mothers for several weeks. Another important feature of foxes is their tail, which is one of their anatomical features and behaviors and serves various functions. The long, fur-covered tails of foxes are important for maintaining balance and maneuverability. This feature allows foxes to move swiftly while chasing prey or fleeing. Foxes can also use their tails as a means of social communication in some cases. For example, they may raise or wag their tails when interacting with other foxes or when threatened. Some foxes can use their tails to regulate body temperature in hot weather. By ventilating their tails, they can lower body temperature, or they can wrap their tails around their bodies to keep warm. The length of fox tails can vary depending on species and individuals. Fox tails are generally quite long relative to their bodies and play an important role in maintaining balance and increasing maneuverability. For example, in the red fox species, tails can typically range from 30 to 40 centimeters in length. The tails of other species like the Arctic fox, on the other hand, can usually range from 25 to 35 centimeters in length. However, each fox individual can be different, and tail length can vary from individual to individual. Foxes have developed survival skills while coping with a range of natural predators in nature. One of the biggest natural enemies of foxes can be large predators. Especially wolves, jackals, cougars, and dogs can become threats to foxes. When encountering such predators, foxes typically engage in survival efforts by fleeing or hiding. Some large birds, especially eagles and owls, are among the natural enemies of foxes. These birds can prey on fox cubs or weak individuals. Foxes must be vigilant against such attacks and be careful to protect their young. Humans can also be among the natural enemies of foxes. Human impacts such as habitat loss, hunting, pollution, and vehicle collisions can threaten fox populations. However, some fox species have managed to survive even under human influence. Foxes use various skills to cope with such natural enemies. Behaviors such as fleeing, hiding, attacking, and solidarity within groups are part of foxes' survival skills. Additionally, foxes often adjust their hunting and feeding skills to protect themselves from these natural enemies. These various strategies enable foxes to survive successfully in the ecosystem. Don't forget to subscribe for brand new documentaries and more scientific content.